Welcome back, all travellers of the infinite skies. It's me, it's Patholas. I'm back at last. I've had a fairly long break, it must be said, and I'm back now, and I'm feeling positive. I've got reasons to be positive in-game, I've got reasons to be positive in real life as well, without wanting to bore you about the details. I've actually got Friday night slot for live streaming back again. Over the last couple of years, the family changed what they were doing on a Friday night, and it meant that I couldn't, well, I could live stream, but it meant they were in the other room listening, and that's never the best setup I've found. It kind of holds me back a bit, but now they're all out, so I'm back, and it may be the case that I get to do this a bit more often. About this time, British time, about 8 till 9 on a Friday night, so it'd be great to have you with me more regularly. If you want to know when I'm on next time, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, get your notifications, and please hit the like button. It's always nice to know that someone appreciates what I'm doing. Now, on with reasons to be positive in-game. We're up to 98% loaded. Any minute now, we will be transported back to the Euclid Galaxy. Any minute now. Here we go. Should say, please feel free to join in on chat. I'm monitoring the chat here, so anyone who pops in and says hello, I will read out what you're saying. So long as it's not offensive, and I'm sure it won't be. Anyway, so welcome back. This is my bedroom at the Stone's Throw Glasshouse here on Blue Haven 2. And this is my first reason for being positive about Beyond. Now, you see those holes there? I keep falling through the floor. That's not a reason to be positive. But the point is, this is back. My penthouse suite here is back. Why doesn't that plant fall through? It has. That's back. Because long-time viewers of my channel may have remembered that shortly after I built this, and before I got to stream it and give you a tour of my base, there was a really great tree grew straight through this and wouldn't go away again. And it's now disappeared, as if by magic. And again, this penthouse here, I can actually get back into it because the stairs just down here, I've got a strange buzzing in my ear. Is that coming through on the stream? I don't know. But these stairs down here, you might be able to see some of the terrain. These stairs have been completely blocked for months because the terrain had regrown through my base. And I wasn't able to change it because the terrain... Let's just bring up the building menu. It's not going to tell me that. There we go. If you look on the right there, base terrain edits. Nearly full. That was completely full before. But reasons to be positive about Beyond number 1, I can now use weapons indoors, including the terrain manipulator. So I've been able to clear out the stairs. And I'll show you what else. At the bottom of the stairs, well, the stairs have never been brilliant in here because of these type of stairs not snapping properly. I couldn't build, strangely, I don't know why, this is going back a long time here, these internal stairs weren't happy being built further down here, so I had to kind of get these in, and this was before I learnt to glitch build, so there's some gaps in here. But anyway, I'll show you what's going on down the bottom of Stone's Throw Glasshouse in a minute, but this is reason to be positive number 2. When Beyond came out, new landing pads, and it was a bit of a pain to start with because they weren't working properly to begin with, but now they've fixed the snapping and you can snap new landing pads onto doors. So I've got my landing pad back, so that's really good. Now, just to show that I'm not all completely positive, there's me portal, look. Now, I know that I say this in every live stream I do, and every time I pop up on anybody else's channels, if I manage to get on Cobra TV or something like that, I always bring this up as a moan. But that portal there, I built a base right next to the portal, specifically so my friends could pop through and make use of all this farming and all this kind of thing. And this was just after Next, fairly shortly after Next dropped, and then we discovered that bases that are built too close to portals you cannot see. Hello, someone's going to use my landing pad. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, there he is. Wow. Cool. The bigger ships are good, aren't they? Anyway, yes. Lo and behold, if you build too close to the portal, people can't see your base when they come visiting if you're not online yourself. So that's a bit annoying. So my wonderful stone throw glass house here that I'm very proud of can't be visited by anybody unless they join my game. So that's a shame. And that still hasn't changed. And that was my first downer about not about Beyond, but about this base, because it took me a very long time to build. I know I've only just, as I said, discovered glitch building, and so this is just a standard base. It's built using all normal parts, but I was quite pleased with it. Now, hopefully that storm will have gone by the time I want to show you something outside. But, and then the next nail in the coffin was in the engine room here, which it'll probably say something about, which was all the terrain grew back through the engine room. You can still see bits and pieces. But now I've been able to clear out most of it again, so I've been able to actually create a working engine room again. I've had to shrink it a bit because there was loads of rock back here. It used to be bigger than this. I used to have all my storage cubes in here, and there were all sorts of problems. But anyway, I've managed to resurrect most of the engine room now. It's kind of just a memory of what it used to be like, but I've still... Whoa, where am I going? The terrain's pushing me. But I've still got a couple of refiners in here. So, yeah, a little bit back to normal, but not quite. I had to ditch... I had like an appearance modifier over here and so on. But anyway, at least I can get back in the engine room now. And the other bit of my base... Ooh. Yeah. The other bit of my base that was completely inaccessible was just... Oh, you can see a bit of terrain growing through there, look. But down on this floor, ground floor, this room was completely inaccessible. That had just grown all the way through. I couldn't get any plants up there. I couldn't get through to this room at all, which is why I put that door there. And so, yeah, reasons to be positive about Beyond. Number... What's that there? Little tiny bit sticking there. Number 2, terrain manipulation indoors. I've been able to free up my base again. Now, since there's a storm raging outside, I'm not going to go out there at the moment. Shall I brave it? I'll still love this. Actually, I'm going to brave this because I still like this. Trying to race the plants down to the portal. Now, what I'd really like is, I don't know whether Beyond, as I said, fixed the fact that you can visit, or that you couldn't, before Beyond, visit people's bases if they were too close to the portal. So if anybody's watching this and would like to pop by and see if you can see the Stone's Throw Glasshouse, this is where I am. There you go. Facebird TP Balloon, Pyramid Dino Balloon Moon, Ship TP Dino Tree. So if anyone wants to pop by and leave me a comment and tell me whether or not you managed to see my base. There it is, through the scalding rain. Then please do. So I'll go back up here. Right, now, minor moan, number 2. We have now lost the fact that when you not portal through, but when you teleport... Oh, that's better. When you teleport to a base, it had been fixed that it auto-detected where your landing pad was and plonked your ship on it. That stopped. So, hello games, if you're listening, please reinstate that, because when I teleport back in, despite the fact that my teleporter's right at the, well, near the top there, I keep appearing down here next to the base computer, usually just in there, thankfully, and sometimes outside, and it sticks my ship on the front doorstep. I don't want it on the front doorstep, I want it near the teleporter, please. And now demonstrating how bad I was at building stairs when I built this way back when, because you can't just walk up them, you have to jetpack up. But there we go. You see, floor 5, floor 6, that is where my teleporter is. I would really like, please, to have my ship on the landing pad right next to the teleporter and actually appear in the teleporter room, please. That would be good. Right, okay, mine are mown over. Let's go back up the stairs, which don't work properly, and I'll show you the next reason to be positive. Now, a couple of people I know, a couple of famous people in the community, have said they don't want to be bothered to try and power up bases, and so they've gone off wandering. Cobra, I'm looking at you. But I've made a couple of inroads into this, so here is my one and only attachment to this base. Now, somebody else was talking about how they have to make connections with everything, hello butterflies, in their base, but I've discovered if you've got like the large building blocks of the base like this, which I always enjoyed building with anyway, then you only have to power up one connection to your base and everything gets powered up. All of these domes are growing. Fabulous. I mean, this, if I just take this opportunity to take off for a minute, this is not a small base. It took me a long time. Those domes that are missing there just haven't loaded. Oh, look! Because it hasn't loaded in the bottom bit of the base, you can see through into the back cave. I've never been able to fly in there before. Now, yeah, I mean, this was one disheartening thing after a few weeks, because again, if you've seen the stream I did showing you around this base in the first place, then the back cave disappeared completely before I was able to show anybody, because all of this was hollowed out. There was a tunnel leading out the back of the hill to the far side. Yeah, when the base loads in properly, there's stairs down there and everything. But anyway, I've still got my exocraft down there, and because I've got the oh yes, there we are. Because I've got the exocraft summoning station, I can put them wherever I want. So that's all right. That's all right. But never mind. So yes, it's not a small base, and so I needed a lot of power to power this. So let me show you how much power I needed. I'm invisible. Right, so I plugged a wire in here, and I used a trick that quite a few people in the there it is, community have been using, which was this. I discovered a hotspot. Is that beacon on the hotspot, or is that something else? No, I think I know what that is. And the hotspot was a bit too far away. It was outside my base limits, so all I did was I walked until all of these base building parts here disappeared, and I was only left with like the exocraft things and some of the portables, which shows you that you're outside of your base limits. And I walked back a couple of paces and built one of these, which I'm using as pylons. Hello, interesting luminous ear creature. Yeah. What do you eat? What do you eat? Be nice. Oh! There aren't many carnivorous things on this planet. No, that's terrain manipulator. Go away! Get off. Boltcaster's not very good, is it? Scatterblaster? No. Mining beam? No. Blaze javelin. That's what we need. Yeah, come on then. Gotcha. Fiendish beastie. I wonder what you eat. You eat raw meat. Ah. Might try riding you at some point. Anyway, so yeah, I built a pylon, effectively, and extended the base radius. Now this one is a bit boring because it was the first one I built, but I found a nice A-class hotspot and built myself an electromagnetic array. There you go, it's just a bit boring. I'll show you a better one in a minute. But I've got 12 EM generators there, which is providing... Hello, come on. More than enough power. Look, loads. I'm using up Yeah. Not as much. No, there we go. Sorry, field. That's the field strength. 250 kilo, whatever the P stands for, and I'm only using 9. Was that 1,900? So I've got loads spare. Okay. Now, because I didn't really know what I was doing, I also put some batteries in there. You don't really need those with the EM generators, but they're there anyway. Now, minor moan number 2, or is it 3? I don't know. I'm hoping the positives are going to outweigh the moans. What I discovered was I built one of these and then put the wire in and connected it to connected it to the glass house, and then I came back over here and built some more, and they wouldn't connect, because if you move away from somewhere where there are electrical connections, I think this is with the exception of your main base. I've never spotted this in the base end, and then you come back, it loses the ability to snap wires. I wonder if I can demonstrate it now. Let's do the right thing. Wires, here we go. Look, it won't snap to the connections, and you can't get it to snap. And that was really frustrating, because what I had to do was demolish the one I'd already built, including all the wires, rebuild the whole thing, wire it up while I was here, and then take a wire all the way back from there, all the way back to the glass house in one go. And that's a bit annoying. I have since discovered a way of getting around that, because if you bung down where are we? My telly is very small and I can't see properly. So there we go. If you bung down a save point, save it, reload at this point, it seems to reactivate the snap points. So if you are having problems with that, do that and you should be able to continue building something electrical that you left and came back to. So hopefully that will be useful for somebody. Right, so anyway, having done that, I got all my base up and working, and so Stone's Throw Glasshouse is actually useful again. Very pleased with that. You dead nasty thing. Very pleased about that, because I'd been a bit disheartened with it. So main positive thing about Beyond so far, Stone's Throw Glasshouse once again is a useful base. Okay, so let's move on. Let's change venue, because I'm going back in time in terms of my journey through the game, and people who've been watching for even longer than next will know that my base before that, probably my favourite... Hello, what's going on here? Don't you grow back in there. You get back out. I don't want to be able to get out my stairs later. Anyway, at least I can zap it. Right. Yeah, as I was saying, long-term viewers will know that I used to live in Milland, and I still have a base there. Now, this was the Atlas Rises era of the game. Excuse me a second. Oh, that's better. Yeah, my favourite era of the game so far, Atlas Rises. Some friends of mine in the AGT, we all moved to Milland. We tried to keep the location secret so that we could name the systems and we could invite people in and we wouldn't get grievers and things like that. There was an incident which was a bit of a problem, but we were all living in close community. People were popping by, dropping comballs, leaving us messages, harvesting each other's plants, all that kind of stuff. Really good fun. Check out some of my streams from the playlist called Milland, and you'll see that was really, really good. My favourite era of the game. Next didn't quite do that for me, probably because I was too close to that portal and no one could come and visit, as you saw. Now you see, look, teleported to the base computer, which is in this now unused room, nowhere near my teleporter. Anyway, and in Milland, my base was the beach hut. and it is now no longer on the beach, you can probably tell, but then if you were playing during Atlas Rises, when Next dropped, you'll know that all the bases disappeared because there was a complete galactic reset and all of the systems changed hugely. So not that planet there, but I think it's off the horizon. It's down over there somewhere. There is another planet in this system which was my beautiful paradise planet, where I had the beach hut. And hey, having said that, it's actually put my ship on my new landing pad. Okay, another reason to be positive. Well, that's a surprise. Okay, anyway, so in those days, just after Next dropped, we had to find a wild... my door's gone. We had to find a wild base computer. So I did, reconstituted the beach hut. I then expanded it a bit. I've done a video on what I did expanded here. I've got the nice... a better engine room in there, actually, with all my refiners in and things. So really pleased. Then, minor moan number 3. When Beyond dropped, they removed the landing pads because they'd got bigger, so that's why there's a big hole in the middle, and I've had to rebuild one over here. And weirdly, I know a lot of people have been moaning about the building limit, and if you try to expand, because the building limit's been shrunk again since Atlas Rises, I think. No, Atlas Rises, there was quite a strict building limit, which is why I'd built, that's right, which is why I'd built quite a tight little, just the inner ring of this. And then at Next, they lifted the limit and people were able to build huge things like you just see in the Stone's Throw Glass House. And then I came and added stuff on the back here. And now the building limit's back down. But, as we've discovered, the building limit is zonal. Because I tried to put... just a sort of crisscross walkway through here, and maybe one of those underwater glass rooms in the middle, so that I had a route through and I could see things. And it won't let me build anything in the middle there, but it would let me build that on the side. That was a bit weird. And the same at Stone's Throw Glass House. I was able to build stuff where you saw the landing pad, but I wasn't able to... Whoops, let's get on the... No, come on, ramp. That's it. But I wasn't able to build anything down in the engine room. I tried deleting stuff and moving it, and it wouldn't even let me put back things that I'd just deleted, which was really annoying. But it would let me build on the side, so that was a bit freaky. So, alright, minor moan. This is supposed to be things to be positive about, isn't it? But minor moan number 4, standing planters. Right? I've got this base powered up again. You can tell because the lights are on and there's no little electricity flashes. But standing planters don't grow. If you scan them, right? Look, 957, 956. Right? Now, let's go and look at the other one. 959, 58. Go back to this one. 959, 958. They only grow, seemingly, while you're scanning them. Now, there's no way I'm going to stand here and keep this scanner button pressed for 9-10 minutes and see if it grows, just to get a bit of carbon, and then do the same to the next one. So, please, Sean, can we have standing planters back? They don't seem to have any specific electrical hookups. So, don't know. Must be a glitch. Anyway, look. See that? That's a teleporter. I would like to reappear here, please. Oh, there's me. Hello. That's quite nice. I never noticed that before. Even when you're in first person mode, you get to see yourself when you do. Okay, anyway. Yeah. I'd like to appear here, please, when I teleport somewhere. Well, when I teleport here, anyway. Anyway, right. So, refinery. Come back to this. Positive things. Reasons to be positive. Number... no idea. Next reason to be positive. Oh, shall I do a moan again while I'm here? Or should I do something positive first? Let's do something positive first. Right. Reasons to be positive. let's show you the power plant here right now. Just because I can, I'm going to go under my base. We now have wire glitching. Now, I may be preaching to the converted here. You may know exactly what I'm talking about, but glitch building, really amazing. I'm going to, yeah, run out of stamina. But now, with wire glitching, it's fantastic. This was my nearest EM hotspot. So I wanted to build plenty of power to power my base. And so this is the Christmas tree. Right, much happier with this, much more interesting design. What I did was, I'm not going to build anything now, but all you do is you go to the thing you want to build. That's just a central pillar of cylinders, okay? And then you go to, oh, some megafauna around here. I can hear it. Excuse me, will I just get distracted for a moment? Where is he? There was something just over the hill. Is that the only one? There's two types of megafauna on this planet. There's one really freaky two-legged thing, that's one of them. And there's like a rhino-elephant thing. Hopefully we'll see some of those later. Anyway, yeah, wire glitching. All you do is you get to the thing you want to build, like power and industry, power, one of them. Yeah, EM generator. Then you hold down the button that goes to delete and wire. Select wire. Now you can put wires wherever you like. You select where you want to put it, and then you very quickly let go of the wire button and press the build button, and you get the thing you're trying to build. So long as it was green to start with, before you went to wires, you get one of those at whatever angle it was. There's the freaky thing. So I built a Christmas tree. So there we go. So we've now got, now this will turn your stomach. There you go. So we've got a Christmas tree which is generating plenty of power. All that I need for my base. Great. Now, someone else has joined me. Please say hello in chat. It'd be nice to say hello to you. So what I did, I used a tip that someone else had spotted. I dug a little hole. I wonder if my hole's here. Where's the hole? There's the hole. Dug a little hole, stuck the wire down there, and then took it along to another hole at the far end over here. It didn't quite work, as you might be able to see if I can find it. Just as you go down this hill, you get a slight bit of... There it is. The wire pokes out a little bit. I was trying to bury it, but what can you do? It's not bad when you live on an orange, hilly, grassy place. And then built it. You get off. Again, there aren't many nasty things on this planet, but... Oh, terrain manipulate. No, I don't want to terrain manipulate. I want to shoot you. Don't take much killing, fortunately. So now I've built another hole there. So connecting my wire down there, straight up there, powers the whole base. Brilliant. Job's a good one. Right, let's go back to something more mining. There we go. Okay, so reasons to be positive, whatever number that was. Now, while I'm in this vicinity, moan number 5? Don't know. Anyway, let's see. Because more often than not, this goes wrong, and that's the point to the moan. I wanted to be able to have... Yes, here we are. A magnetized ferrite farm. Right? So that whenever I want, I can just pop over here. So I set up 4 autonomous mining devices, and there's sometimes a nasty, there we go, nasty exploding thing. Let's just get rid of you so I don't walk into you. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's okay. He was nasty. He was more nasty than you. Thank you. So I filled these up with condensed carbon so that whenever I want them I can pop back and get some magnetized ferrite. What happens? Nothing. Empty. Nothing. Really annoying. I put 50 condensed carbon in there, completely forgot. Now it might be, I noticed actually that the things are in a different place now. We've just had a little patched update. So I wonder if that's been fixed since the update. Let's try. If I put it in, stay on this planet, come back later, it's usually there. Leave the planet, come back later, completely forgotten. Now that's really annoying for a reason I'll show you in a minute. But since we're exploring reasons to be positive, a freaky two-legged thing. They're very pleasant creatures on this planet though. Now, I see that we've been joined by somebody. Can you say hello? Let me know who it is. What are you finding that's good about Beyond or the latest patch? Let me know. Be nice to have a discussion. Now you see that? See that there? Do you know what that is? If I get close enough, can you recognise it? Another one there, look. And if we went on a walk, there's a few over there in that direction as well. Do you know what that is? Let's just jump up onto this lily pad mushroom thing and have a look. Ah! That's no good. You deceptively intangible tree, you. You're not gonna... Nah. Oh dear, that hurts. Okay, in that case, let's go and take a look this way. Right. Where was it? There we go. Do you know what that is? That is an exocraft race beacon or checkpoint. What's it doing up there? I hear you cry. Well, when I rebuilt this base from cache after Next landed, it put the whole base back, including the racetrack that I'd built on the other planet. And so on the other planet, that there was on top of a cliff with the sea. Actually, that was the one on top of the cliff, and then it was sea over there, and there was a nice race across the sea, and it went round and visited the neighbours, past the portal, through some caves, all the way back, through a tunnel, and back over here. But of course I'm on a different planet now, so there it is. Bizarre. Anyway, right, artifacts, where am I going? Where am I going? There's the base, and so I'm going this way. Right. So, positive things in Beyond number the next. Oh, just over this horizon, there it is. You see these wires here? Alright, if I follow these wires, then there's another one of my pylons, so I extended my base limit a little bit further. There's another wire there, and I'll tell you what that's about in a minute, because that's a slight moan. Oh, there's one of the sort of rhino elephant thingies from the back end. Right, you can see something appearing over the horizon. What we've got over here is the next thing that's new in Beyond, and it's quite a nice thing. Hello, weird bipedal thing. I'd love to ride you someday. What do you eat? Am I able to feed you, or are you just too tall? Well, find out one day. Right, here we are. This is my first attempt at a mineral mine. So, found a mineral deposit. Put down. Now, for some reason, it says that it's not powered, but it is, because that thumping, there you go, they're mining. So, look in here, look, in the supply depot, it's all full. I'm not going to empty it just at the moment, but look at that, 10,000 paraffinium. Why would I want to mine paraffinium? I hear you scream. Well, I'll tell you. First of all, reasons to be positive about Beyond number the next. This is a local teleporter which I put here and then couldn't connect to the supply depot power system because of the reasons that I went into a few minutes ago. So I plonked down a save, I reloaded here, and then I was able to connect it in, and it worked. Hooray! Right, now, slight moan. That there is a teleport cable, which, as far as I know, you can't do the same as you do with power cables, dig a hole, stick it down, hide it. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know better, give me a comment. In fact, speaking about comments, I've got another person who's joined me. Say hello in chat. It'd be nice to have someone to recognise. But local teleporter, right? Are you ready? Can't get through there. Oof! Straight back. Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? Now I've got to be careful with this because last time I did this, I went through the floor. Let me in. Whoop. There you go. Sometimes there's a bit of trouble loading the thing back in again, but instantaneous travel. There you go. Now I'm going to wait for the grass before I step off the podium, otherwise I might go through the floor. SMN Zoom. Nice. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. There we go. Right. Now let's try. So those local teleporters, really good. Like them. Right, what am I going to show you next? Oh, I know. Slight moan, but slight positive, and hopefully something they're going to fix. So let's go back to the teleporter. Ah, Sky is in. Hi, Sky. You're driving, so you can't chat. I've just walked into a wall. I hope you don't drive into a wall. But nice to have you. Okay, right. Now, just before Beyond, a short while before Beyond, I had managed to finally build a mega farm. And let's go to, yeah, this one. And so in this system, I had built, admittedly influenced by another of my AGT friends who had just built a mega farm. He came up with a brilliant design, and I simplified it a bit and built a smaller version of his mega farm, but with the idea that my friends could just pop by and harvest the gas, harvest the plants in the Cumin just there, and build things like stasis devices and fusion igniters. It seems that now those aren't flavour of the month at the moment. It's much more lucrative getting a what is it, a chlorine farm, which I might build one eventually. But there we go. So what I'm doing now is I'm coming back to where I'd put that mega farm now, or one of the components of it. Now, first of all, look, every time I come here, look where it parks my ship. Now, this was funny when the ships were small, and now the ships are big. It's just ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that. Who wants a ship inside a trade hub? Now, danger, Will Robinson, I discovered that getting in your ship there, when I got out of my ship, I got stuck in the ceiling, and of course that was a save point, so I couldn't reload, and I nearly completely had to abandon my save. But fortunately I was able to reload to moving NPCs. I was able to reload to the last time I what's it called? You've got a manual save, haven't you? Yes, last time I manual saved instead of auto save, and saved the day, if you pardon the pun. But that's, yeah, anyway, there we go. Right, now look, this has changed. This level used to be a bit higher. It used to be straight horizontal out of here. It used to be up here. So my base that I'd built on here, that used to be just below the level of the walkway, and now it's not. So I might remodel, but at the moment, anyway. And the other thing, they've put ladders in, look, at last. So it was a really good idea, but I got there first. Hello, games. I put this stairway in. Now, the other problem with that is that now that support goes through my gas farm. Ho-hum. Right, okay, next interesting remodelling phase. I've now got a solar panel here, and one solar panel is with a battery in case the sun goes down, is powering up my teleporter very nicely. Thank you very much. So that's good. I like that. Now, same problem with standing planters. Yep, 10 minutes again. Don't grow. Oh, SMN Zoom. Last time your ship parked like that, you died due to being stuck. Yeah, I nearly did. It's a problem. Anyway, now, is my oxygen... Ah, no, that one has actually remembered. They might have fixed it. Because I was here this morning, and as a tester, I tried recharging that. It doesn't move anymore. Noticed? No flapping. But it seems to have actually worked. It has actually made the oxygen... Oops. Let's recharge again. Okay, so good. Maybe they've patched that, even though it wasn't in the patch notes. Large refiners are fine. You don't need electricity for that, because all I've done is just put a wire to my teleporter. No wires in here. Now, using glitch techniques shown by my friends, I've got way more autonomous atmosphere harvesters in here than I should do, but I was very depressed when I came here this morning because it had, yeah, look, it had completely forgotten that I filled it with fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in now, just to that one. Now they flap. Why can't the oxygen ones flap? So I'll see if that... I'm not going to put any more just in case it forgets. Next time I'm on, when I've left the system and I come back, let's see if that's still there. But I can get at that one. I can't get at that one. Oh! Unless that was going to let me. Where was that? Oh, look! Oh, I can! Oh, good. Last time I couldn't get at that. I thought I'd lost it. There's plenty there anyway. So this is my radon farm. There you go. And I've got something similar on 2 other planets in this system, so that you can get sulfurine and nitrogen. And see, I'm not going to get in my ship, so I'll be stuck. So I'm just teleporting back to the Kumin. Should I go there, or shall I go to Stone's Glasshouse? Stone's Glasshouse, yeah. So, if they have fixed... Oh, I know how to test it. Yeah, this will be good. I'm leaving the system to go to a different system now. If I teleport back, let's see if that magnetized ferrite harvester is still going. We'll find out a bit. But yeah, if they've fixed that, that means that gas farm and the others are back up and running. That means I can still have as much of those as I want, when I want, because if I refill them. And again, if you've never watched any of my relatively recent streams, you won't know that my area of research, let's put it that way, has been how to never need to mine ever again. I was trying to find a sustainable way to regenerate all of the basic minerals that you need to use for most things, and I found all sorts of refining pathways. There's lots of resources you can look up online for finding out what turns into what, but they don't go beyond one stage. So if you have a look at some of my other videos, you can find out how to do, admittedly, quite complicated refining pathways. Turn something into something else, add it to something, turn it into something else, recycle it back, feed it back in. But what it means is that you never run out of the basic things that you want, so long as you've got a decent source of oxygen, and so long as you've got a decent source of any one of the gases. I know oxygen's a gas, but you know what I mean, the other 3. So have a look at some of those if you're interested. I admit that they're a bit long-winded, and I spent a long time... Yeah, look! Down at the bottom, nearly crashing. Anyway, so I spent a long time doing those refining loops to generate enough pure ferrite, no, not pure ferrite, ferrite dust, to build the AGT Kota Embassy. I'm just going to go up to the balcony while I'm talking. And I think I've put a link to that in one of my playlists, but if not, have a look at the AGT YouTube channel, because I did a stream there of a tour around the AGT Kota Embassy. Why has it put my ship down there when there's a perfectly good landing pad? Never mind. Right, let's just zoom out here for a minute. I built the AGT Kota Embassy, did lots of lighting, and that was before Beyond, so now it's kind of got a bit stuck with no power. And all of the 5 landing pads that I put in there have all disappeared, so I haven't had the heart to go back and fix it yet. But that was my first attempt at glitch building. If you want to have a look at the stream I did, you can see what it was supposed to look like, and one day I'll go back and fix it. Someone else has joined us. Say hello in chat. It'd be nice to know who you are and what your comments are on Beyond so far. Right, the whole point of coming here was just so I could leave the system and then go back to Kumin to see if the harvester has remembered. See, raining indoors, what's that all about? See if it's remembered that I'd fueled it up. So let's go back to Kumin. I'm sorry, that means you're watching a lot of teleporting screens, but let's find out. Back we go. And I remembered there was something I was going to show you that I managed to derail myself from my train of thought. Happens all the time. Oh, that's better. Right, you remember I showed you my first attempt at a paraffinium farm, and I posed the question, why would I want to harvest paraffinium? It's not particularly valuable. You can't sell it and get much. And you could. It'd take you a long time to make a fortune with paraffinium. But while I was building the AGT Kota Embassy, which is quite a big build, if I tried to do it now, I think I'd hit the base building limit quite quickly. But it took me a very long time using the sustainable techniques that I'd learnt to generate enough ferrite dust to build all the raw materials. So what I thought was, paraffinium farm. Do you know what you can do with paraffinium? Have I got any paraffinium? Can I actually show you? It's where I keep most stuff. No. Okay, right. Hold on. Let's go and get some. Because this is the whole point of having a paraffinium farm. I can't be bothered to go down the ramp. Right. Why have you got a power sign on? Because you've certainly powered up. Right. Paraffinium farm. Paraffinium. 10,000 paraffinium. In the bank. Thank you very much. And especially thank you. Reasons to be positive about Beyond number, whatever we're up to. Massive storage space. Where's my paraffinium? Look, there's one there because I can fit. Where's the rest of it gone? There you go. 9999 paraffinium in one cargo slot now. Brilliant. And one by itself. So, why would I want so much paraffinium? Try not to go through the floor. Come on, grass. Load in, and then I know the floor's there. La 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 la. Here we go. There we are. Okay, right. Safe to walk. So, 9,000, well no, 10,000 paraffinium. What's the point? Well, what I can do is, with paraffinium, and certainly so long as I've got enough refiners, stick some paraffinium into a refiner. There it is. Not going to take all of that. Bunky paraffinium turns into ferrite dust. Dun dun dun. Doesn't take very long. I'm not going to stick this all in, but if every time I want to go and visit that farm, I can get 10,000 paraffinium, turn it into 10,000 ferrite dust, and that's plenty enough for building large bases. And you can see, look, I've still got about, see, my telly's too small, I'm going to have to get close, 3,163 ferrite dust left, and that was after building what was it? Wasn't the power. It was that the farm over there, and then powering up my other gas farms and all that kind of stuff. So loads of ferrite dust really easily. So next time I'm going to go and build a base, I'm going to go and grab some of that, stick it in these refiners, turn it into ferrite dust. Bob's your uncle. Plenty of building resources, so long as they fix the standing planters. Anyway, I've nearly got up to an hour. I like to limit my streams to hour sessions so that people aren't put off and say, I don't want to listen to his drivel for hours on end. So, the last thing I will try, and this may be the final reason to be positive for now, if it's been fixed. Let's just pop back to my magnetised ferrite harvester, which is behind these trees. Oh, I'll do another reason to be positive on the way. Cooking! Look, let's have some impulse beans. Marvellous. I'll try cooking them someday. Now, look! Look! I think it's been fixed. That's still going. Hallelujah. Right, good. I'm not going to harvest that yet. Right, okay. If that's been fixed, I'm going to fill up these. And that means next time I need some magnetised ferrite, which is a component for solar panels, for example, and other things like that, then I'll be able to just come back and get hold of it, which is a bit quicker. So this little farm here gives me 1,000 in one go. That's a bit quicker than my sustainable method of breaking down rare metal element. But I've still got that in my back pocket just in case. Excellent. So that's really good. I want to test one more thing out before I finish, and that is whether that atmosphere harvester in my radon farm has remembered that I fueled it up. The big test will be, of course, next time I load up tomorrow or whatever, will it still remember? We will see. I've got lost in my own base now. It's a shame because I used to be able to see across the middle because of the old style landing pad, but there we are. So let's just pop here. One last journey to the Capo Delta Trade and Radon Farm. Off we go. So, anyway, back to why I'm feeling positive. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to stream more often now. Most Friday evenings. British time, about 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock for an hour. Most weeks, some weeks I'll be away with the family, but now that the family tend to be going out on a Friday night, I'm hoping to get back a bit more often. So if you enjoyed Wandering Beyond with me, then please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, find out when I'll be on next, and come back and see what I'm doing next. I'm hoping to build another base on Blue Haven away from the portal so that some of my friends can come and visit me. I'm hoping to do some base visits of some of my friends' bases from the AGT. I'm hoping... What else am I hoping to do? Ooh, I'm going to go on a hunt for a very nice blue and red hauler. And there were a few other things I was going to do. I can't remember. I've got a list somewhere, but there you go. So if you're interested in coming and joining me on the journey, then let me know. Leave me a comment in chat. Look, it's still flapping. That means, right, it might be fixed. Good. I won't get my hopes up too much, but it looks like it's been patched. So, on that note, several reasons today for being positive about the latest patches and beyond. So, I'm going to leave it there. For now, I'm Patholas, and I'm about to say goodbye. But if you've enjoyed this, like I say, hit that like button. Leave me a comment, please, afterwards if you weren't watching this live. Then just leave me a comment anyway. Let me know what you think. Let me know particularly what you think is positive about Beyond, and all of your experiences so far. Give me some ideas for things that I could do on my stream. And for now, this is me wishing you all good night and keep on travelling those infinite skies. Patholas signing out.